to your daily technical breakdown. I'm Victoria here, and today we're looking at the stock NVIDIA. Let me go through each of the signals one by one so you can understand what they mean for making a trade decision. First up is the sentiment positive. That means that the overall feeling in the market about this stock is good. More people are optimistic than pessimistic, which usually bodes well for future prices. Next, the simple moving average. The price is above the SMA, which is bullish. This indicates a trend upwards because the current price is higher than its average over a certain period. So that's a positive sign. The relative strength index is in the neutral zone here. RSI can range from 0 to 100, and neutral is around 50. That means the stock isn't overbought or oversold yet, which gives us some breathing room before potential reversals. Volatility has been high, above 4%, and the average true range is also high. High volatility can lead to big price swings, both up and down. For a beginner, that might mean bigger risks, but also opportunities for gains if you time it right. Looking at short interest ratios is 0.82 days. That's relatively low, meaning not many investors are betting against the stock by selling more shares than they own. So there's less likelihood of a short squeeze, which could boost prices further. Short percentage of float is 1/30%. Again, that's on the lower side, so again, fewer people are shorting the stock. This can reduce the risk of a sharp decline due to short sellers covering their positions. The risk profile here is high. That's important because it means this stock might be more volatile and less stable compared to others. If you're a risk-averse investor, you might want to think twice before jumping in. MACD is bullish. When MACD crosses above the signal line, it's a buy signal. That's another positive indicator here. EV/EBITDA ratio is 30:5. This ratio compares a company's enterprise value to its earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. A high ratio can indicate that investors are paying more for each dollar of EBITDA generated by the business, which might be high if expectations for growth are very strong. The PEG ratio is 1:53. Price earnings to growth ratio helps assess whether a stock's price is reasonable relative to its earnings and expected growth rate. A PEG ratio over 1 suggests that the stock may be overvalued unless it's expected to grow faster than the market. OBV is rising, which means volume is increasing when prices are going up. This could indicate a strong buying interest supporting the upward trend. ADX stands for Average Directional Index and is 24.8. This measures the strength of the current trend. An ADX over 20 usually suggests a strong trend, so in this case it's confirming that the upward movement is likely to continue. Bollinger Band, Chew, and pause, the price hasn't broken out yet. Bollinger Bands can be used for entry points when the price moves outside the upper or lower band. Putting all these together, positive sentiment above SMA, rising volume, and strong technical indicators like MACD and OBV suggest that NVIDIA is in a favorable position. However, high volatility and a high risk profile mean there's significant potential for sharp movements either way. For new investors, especially those who are more cautious, the high risk might be a deterrent. But if you're looking for exposure to a tech leader like NVIDIA with strong growth expectations, despite the risks, this could be a pick. But remember, investing is all about balance. Make sure you have a solid understanding of what each signal means and how they interplay before making any decisions. That's all for today's pick. Stay tuned again tomorrow for more updates.